Good afternoon, it's Jan from Twink Stampin'. I'm an independent UK demonstrator and I'm here today with my weekly video. Been a bit of a struggle today to try and come up with something, but I've made a pretty little card. So it's using the dry embossing technique on the vellum. Absolutely beautiful. I love this technique. As I say, vellum has been around for quite a long while. Every now and then I pick it up and have a play. Seems recently, since I did my alcohol and isopropanol and my pens and the gilding flakes. Since I've started using that, I can't seem to put the vellum down. So today I thought I would just do a little card showing you how I've used the vellum differently today. As I say, doing a little bit of dry embossing and colouring it. I've also used the lovely embossing folder, which is the greenery embossing folders. Really pretty they are. That is one. You get two in a packet, and that is the other. They are slimline ones that fit in the new mini embossing die cutting machine. And this is the one that we're going to be using today. It's really nice. What else have I done? The flowers are from the hand penned petals. This is also getting a lot of use. I'm using this one this time. I've done quite a few projects with this one recently. I'm going to be using this one. And I'm also going to be using the Sweet as a Peach for my sentiment. And what else? Anything else? No, the colour of choice is Pale Papaya. I love that. Love that colour. And on the videos, it never looks quite as pretty as it actually is in real life. It looks a little bit mustardy yellowy. It's not. It's a nice bright peachy colour. It's very pretty. You can see I have Winked of Stella, the flower. That is actually stuck flat, whereas the flower is slightly raised. I haven't put anything under it. It's because where I've dry embossed it, it's actually curved it. So yeah, the leaves and the flower are both flat, and this is slightly raised. Okay, these are Genial Gems. They come in a green. I think it's a green colour and a Pale Papaya. So I presume they're the soft succulent and Pale Papaya, but they are absolutely gorgeous. They sparkle like mad. They've got little flecks of gold in them, and they're all different. Then none of them are exactly the same. Very pretty, very pretty. Anyway, we'll get going. I think first of all what we'll do is we'll do our embossing on the flower, heat embossing. As I say, I've dry embossed that piece. This is now going to be done with the white embossing powder and the Versamark ink. So I've grabbed a piece of vellum. I'm going to use my dust bag on it, or embossing buddy as they were renamed, but I always knew it as a dust bag. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up no longer sells these. I believe you can get them on the internet, but I think they're a bit like gold dust at the moment. But I recommend using something. Some people make their own using corn flour or talcum powder. Corn flour is probably the best because it stops the static, so you don't get all those little pieces of the embossing powder sticking to this vellum. Right, I think I've put all the stuff away. What is the matter with me today? I've been tidying up, so everything is in its place, believe it or not. Right, ink up, just a nice layer of the Versamark clear ink. Just push it down. Can't see it. You probably could see it if you can just see that there. I'm going to sprinkle it with white embossing powder now, which I will just collect from over here. With the white embossing powder, I think I've said before, it's no longer sold singly. It comes in a pack of 3 different colours. See, look, I've not got one I've got one bit of fleck there. That's it. Yes, sorry. It comes with clear, black and white embossing powders, and they're sold as a pack. I don't very often use black. In fact, I'm not sure I've even got black, but it might be worth a try. Might be worth a try. So we'll get the heating done and out of the way. So the noisy bit first. Just heat the gun up. Heat gun. On vellum, the embossing powders take seconds to turn. Not sure if you can actually see that on camera. It's like magic. It's very easy to see where you haven't heated it too. Right, that's it. That's all the noisy stuff out of the way. I'll just cut that bit off and I can put my vellum away. Of course, there we go. I can put that away now. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm going to now quickly give you the measurements of your card that you need. Your base card is our normal base card, 14.8 centimetres by 21 centimetres, scored at 10.5 centimetres. That is the normal half of A4. Then you're going to need a piece of basic white, which measures 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, and a little piece of pale papaya, and that's going to measure 7 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And I've got a strip here that I'm going to print my happy birthday on. Okay, so in fact I might make sure I've get myself a couple of bits of me happy birthday bit, just in case I make a mistake. Right, so that's those 2 pieces. I've got 2 pieces out. That one's slightly thicker, I don't really mind. This piece, your small piece of pale papaya, is the piece that we are going to pop in our embossing folder and run it through the embossing machine or your die cutting machine using the correct plate. Sorry if I jiggled you about a bit on the camera. Right, that's that done. It's a very, very quick card. I think the longest bit is going to take, the longest thing that's going to take is the cutting out, which I know you're all going to go, oh no, not cutting out. My ladies know exactly who you are. You're the ones that do not like cutting out. I seem to have lost my pad at the moment. I don't know quite what I've done with it. Right, I'm going to need that. I need my stylus to be able to dry emboss that, and I'm just going to get that now. It's actually in my score. It's in my scoreboard. I seem to have lost my mat. I've been using it today and I have no idea where I've put it. Absolutely no idea what I've done with it. Here it is, right under my nose. Yes, I'm using the stylus that actually comes with the scoreboard. It's perfect if you've got proper embossing tools. That'd be great, but these will do just as well. So I'm going to place my vellum with the embossed side down, and all I want to actually emboss is this flower here, this piece. Okay, so all I'm going to do is work in small circles. I need to be over the top of it, but I'm conscious that you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Please don't press too hard, because if you press too hard, you will go right the way through your paper. Excuse me. So, just nice small circles. And you should actually see that it's turning white. Can you see? And that is all there is to it with the dry embossing. This was actually, sorry, I'm going to cough. I just need to grab a quick drink of water. Oh dear, I've got a real tickle then. Forgot what I was saying. Yes, this used to be called, what do they call it? Parchment crafting, pergamano. A lot of that is done on parchment paper, which is like vellum. Oh dear, excuse me. So there's no right or wrong way. I mean, some people do lines. Oh, I think I might have gone through that then. That's why I do small circles. Hopefully I haven't destroyed it. You can get, I'm not quite sure whether it's liquid or I really don't know, or it's something solid that you can dip the end of your stylus into that helps to move it round the vellum or the parchment paper, whatever it is you use. Because it can get quite dry. Some people say rub your stylus against the side of your nose, you know, and pick up your the oils or from your forehead. This one's being a bit tricky. So I'll rub it on my forehead. I don't want to go too hard because I really do not want to go through it. I think that is it. I hope I have not had my hand in the way all the time. I may well have done some of the time. Right, let's have a look. Now that is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It comes out white. Right, I'm going to pop that down now. I'm going to get my pens. These are my collection of the new in colours. Really love these. Never usually buy green, but I bought green. And of course I'm going to colour with the pale papaya. I don't have any room left on my pen stack to put the new ones, so rather than let them loose on the tops, I've actually popped them in the CD, what do you call these? It's like an old video case, you know, it's quite big. Stampin' Up still sell cases. Right, I'm going to colour the leaves in soft succulent. I want them to look quite pale. Very, very quick. And I'm colouring from the back of the embossed image. I don't think you're going to see much of the green stalks, but I've coloured it anyway. And now I'm going to use the dark pale papaya, it's a mouthful, to colour my flower in, so that you will be able to, you should be able to see it from the front. You can colour from the front. I always like to colour from the back. Put that in there. There you go. Really subtle, really subtle. And then Wink of Stella, just the flower this time. Just this flower here. So that is all done and dusted. I'm just going to quickly, as I can, cut this out. This to some is the worst bit. I used to not like fussy cutting. It doesn't bother me anymore. I know a lot of my ladies don't like getting messy and don't like fussy cutting. As soon as I mention it, it's like, oh, or oh. You know who you are. But I just find it quite relaxing now. So if you remember, always remember to move the paper and not your scissors, then you should get nice clean cut. And it's also quite quick with vellum. Vellum is quite easy to cut. Be careful not to cut your stalk off. If you don't want to go right the way down the stalk, don't. Just go around the very outside of the flower. Oh, am I out of focus? I'm really sorry. Do you know why? It's because I'm standing up. Let me sit down. I've sat down now, so it's a bit clearer for you. Really sorry about that. I only just noticed too. Well, the typical English weather, it's been rotten this last week. We have had terrible torrential rain and it's been cold. Last night I had to sit with a blanket round me. I was freezing. We didn't want to turn the heating back on. I was absolutely freezing cold. I was quite pleased when I got back into bed. Yeah, we had a beautiful week of sunshine and now we're paying for that. I certainly don't think we'll be getting a heat wave this year like we had last year. Last year was glorious, but this year it's been pants so far. Really horrible. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's horrid here in Hastings. Very cold. Today the sun shone for all of about 2 minutes. Now it's gone. At least it's not raining. That's one thing to be grateful for. My pesky squirrel's still at it as well. I bought a new feeder to put out there with a cage around it. Guaranteed squirrel proof. They don't know my squirrel. He managed to get it off the feeder and I found it halfway down the drive. Empty. All he'd done is just emptied it by tipping it sideways so all the seeds and everything would come out to feed him. However, in saying that, one I saw last week had got hardly any tail left. It looked like a feather. Didn't look like a tail at all. It was like a feather. And I reckon he's either had a go with the birds, or because I saw the blackbird having a go at him, or another squirrel. But he's certainly in the wars. He didn't look at all healthy. Right, so that is complete now. That will go onto our card. I just want to do one piece of stamping first, which is going to be my sentiment. I'm going to try it on this small piece first, but because it is so small, we're going to see. We're going to see how it works. Move my chair out of the way because I will have to stand while I'm doing my stamping. What have I done with the ink? See, I've tidied up. I can't believe how tidied up I've been. Since the classes started again, everything goes away now. So when I come out here and play, I put it all away. Can't believe it. I said my ladies would have been horrified if they'd have seen the state I used to leave it in during lockdown. It was terrible. But it didn't matter because nobody was here. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. That is going to sit across here, and all I did was kind of did it by eye as to where I'm going to position it. So I'll probably have it about there. So I'll just put a little mark. I'm not into measuring things like this. I'm just going to snip that off. So that's that. Just gonna, leaves an edge, doesn't it? Right, so that's that. I'm just gonna sort of pop it together now, and that will be the end of this card. I would say I was really quite pleased that I managed to come up with something. So it worries me, and I know it shouldn't worry me, but it worries me if I'm not done, you know, in good time before it's due to go live, because I do have to do my blog at the same time and do all the measurements, and you know, it's not just doing the filming, it's all the bits and pieces that go with it. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to get it done today, so that I've got time on my hands. Tomorrow I will be going to my aqua aerobics, which I'm absolutely loving. So I've now managed to get Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning to book it, which is not brilliant. But I've done it. So I'm really pleased, as I say, because I quite enjoy going. And tomorrow I'll be spending my time out here trying to get ready for the next batch of classes that are coming. I can't wait to start doing Christmas stuff, which reminds me, the autumn-winter catalogue, an autumn-winter, that's what it used to be called, July to December catalogue is on its way. That's the pre-order, that is. We have a pre-order for demonstrators slightly before it goes live with our customers, and we get to see that hopefully later on Tuesday. So I shall look forward to that, and that will be available to you very soon after. And also Celebration. Now, for those who don't know what Celebration is, it is a promotion that's Stampin' Up run twice a year, and you can earn your free product. You can earn free product, and that could be a stamp set, it could be DSP. Last year, I seem to remember last Celebration, I remember there even being dies. So yeah, that promotion is also on its way, so that should be good. I shall look forward to that. Who doesn't love a new brochure? So I'm looking forward to getting started on all my Christmas projects. This one's going to be a little blighter because it doesn't want to leave. These dots that I'm using are actually the free dots. These come in the kits, you know, the kit collection in the all-inclusive kits where you get the stamp set, you get the block, you get the ink pad, you also get strips of glue dots like this, and they're fantastic. I love them. So I'm glad I've got loads over. I've placed one just at the bottom of the head of the flower, so it's behind there, and then a little bit down the stalk, and then on the last leaf. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want, I'll just put one on the back of the flower in the centre if I can, so that you can't see it, because I don't want it all going flat. You'll notice that this flower is slightly, where I've embossed it, it's bowed. Look, you see that? Let's get away, there we go. Slightly bowed, and that's the look I want. I don't want it. Now I'm going to go this way this time. So that's flat, that's flat. So that sticks up now, which is lovely. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So all that's left to do is to pop my greeting on, which I'm going to use pads for. You can see I stamped on the other side there, look. A mistake. It's okay, just shows you I don't waste cardstock. I'm going to put 5 of the smaller pads on here. So anyway, as I was saying about the new catalogues coming, if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalogue and you're in the UK, please give me a shout. All my contact details are down below, and I'd be happy to send you one free of charge. As I say, just give me a shout. If you also like what you see, please hit the subscribe button and the like. Give me a little thumbs up. And if you go over to my blog and subscribe, you'll receive notifications of what's coming up, etc. I'm hoping to do a bit more work on my blog next week. I think I'm back at school next week. There we go. So all that's left now to do is to add my genial gems, and we've finished. As I say, I can't believe how quickly I've managed to do that, but I will admit that this is probably the 3rd card I've made. I wanted to get my video right. The first one was pants, so that didn't happen. I'm using the green this time, just to give it a bit of contrast. Absolutely love it. There we go. And that is my completed card. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and perhaps you'll have a go at doing some of the dry embossing. Oh, there's one spare there. Look, it's got stuck, so I need to put that back. Yes, I hope you'll give this a go. It's very, very easy. Maybe try another stamp set. I think I might have a go with another stamp set I've got in mind, and perhaps I'll do a video on that as well, because I think it's worthy of a video. Anyway, thanks again for stopping by. I really do hope that you've enjoyed watching, and as I say, all my contact details are down below. I will also put the product list down below. All the details will actually be on my blog together with the measurements. I don't leave the measurements on my YouTube. I normally put them on my blog. So thanks all again for watching. I hope you have a good week, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Bye bye for now.